Hello, welcome to my channel. Hello to every freedom loving person all around the world. Before you go, subscribe to my channel if you like my messages and also share it. She's back in the news. She loved to be in the news. You know who I'm talking about? Iha Oma, the representative from Minnesota. This time around, she made a statement that, wow, we give you some chills. She claimed that she loved America more than President Trump do. She and all her squad members, that they actually love America more than President Trump do. This was over the weekend. I think on Sunday she tweeted this because Trump called her out with her bad policies and her anti-American rhetoric. Before I continue, please help me send a message to Iha Oma. Tell her America do not want her Sharia law in the United States of America. I, as an immigrant who came here from a country that has some part of the country under the Sharia law, I know what people suffer. I know what it means to live under the Sharia Islamic law. Even right now, as I'm talking to you, my home country, Nigeria, is witnessing oppression as they have never seen since that country got independence in the 1960s. The Muslim leaders in Nigeria are not giving up. They're not providing anything for the citizens. They're not making the country better. Rather, they're oppressing the minorities. They're oppressing the Christians. They're killing them. Actually, right now, as I'm speaking on this video, is basically that there is no government in Nigeria. But before I go into that, it will be a separate topic. I want to tell Representative Iha Oma not to bring Sharia law to the United States. We don't want it. We want freedom. We want liberty. Nobody with a common sense would like to live under oppression, because Sharia law brings oppression. Sharia law is freedom. If she says she loves America, I wonder why she's working hard to destroy what she loves. Does she really mean it, or she was just saying it just to say it? Because, you know, politicians these days, they say anything to get elected. Ever since we have come to know Iha Oma, we have not seen any single proof that she actually loves America. Remember this, her famous statement, some people did something, when she was referring to 9/11. Even recently this year, Iha Oma has stated publicly that she is working hard to dismantle the U.S., to dismantle the system. According to her, she and her squad, they believe, and she has said it publicly, that the United States was founded on the principles of evil, principles of systematic oppression, systematic racism, which there is no proof to that. All these Democrat politicians running around telling us how the United States is evil, how the United States is founded on principles of oppression and systematic racism, how capitalism is bad. It is hypocritical to know that these are all Democrat politicians, and they have been running the cities and the states that they have been complaining about for years, for decades. Take, for instance, a place like Minnesota, New York, California, Chicago, all these places, and all the cities where we see people not progressing, where people are still complaining they're suffering from oppression. All these places are being run by the Democrats. So if actually they believe that there is something wrong with the system, there is systematic racism or systematic oppression in the system, I'm asking them, why haven't they fixed it all these years? Places like Baltimore has been run by the Democrat Party for years and for decades. They're not fixing anything. Rather, things are going worse. New York has seen an increase of almost 200% in the murder rate. Chicago, shooting going along every time, every night, every weekend. Even children are being murdered, children are being killed, and yet these people run around and complain about systematic racism, and yet they're not fixing anything. You see, the Democrat Party, all these career politicians, they lie to you. I wish that the young people who are voting for them, even some adults, some grown-up, can, come up and seek for the truth. The other day I had a conversation with somebody living somewhere in Australia. He's a Nigerian living in Australia. And he was telling me, oh, make sure you vote for Biden. And I said, what? What do you mean? Why should I vote for Biden? I asked him that question, and he responded to me that, oh, he has brothers who live in New York, and they said President Trump is taking away the benefit away from people. I said, which benefit? What are you talking about? You know nothing. I started to lecture him what Biden stands for. I started to lecture him what President Trump stands for, and he couldn't believe how knowledgeable I am. You see, that is how all these people run around and lie. I have seen on video, I have seen some interview with Biden voters. Most of them don't even know why they're voting for Biden. They just want to vote against Trump, but they also want freedom. What do they want? You don't even understand. How can you want freedom and you vote for this man? And I asked the same question to my fellow immigrants who came here, especially those from Africa who are supporting Biden and Harris. What do you want? Right here in your country, in Nigeria, some freedom fighters are fighting to free themselves from oppression. They're protesting, even though they're being shot by the police and the military are killing them for protesting, because they want freedom, because they want a better life, because nothing is moving in that country. And you come here to the United States, you ally with the Democrat Party, Even after you have seen all the truth means nothing to you. All you complain about is Trump is taking away benefit from you. What benefit? Immigration? Yes, there is what is called legal immigration. If you want to enter or you want your brothers and sisters to come here to this country, do it legally. Don't tell me that you came here, people like you, Ani Haoma, or you left your rotten, corrupt countries to come here to the United States, and then you join the same rotten party that will destroy United States and take it back, revise it to be like the same country you left back home. It doesn't make sense. Because of one selfish reason, you're just all about instant gratification. I'm talking right now about African immigrants, which Ihaoma is one of them. For Ihaoma own, her agenda is different. She belongs to a radical Muslim group that want to turn this country into a Muslim nation. But the American people are not stupid. They will not allow it to happen. But for those of us, those of them that come from Africa, from Nigeria, from Cameroon, from Ghana, and you have stayed here and become a citizen and benefit the opportunities this country offers to you. My question to you is, why on earth would you want to ally yourself with a party that wants to destroy this country and set it back to be like the country you left behind? It does not make sense. Please do some reflections. You came here to seek for a better life, to seek for freedom, you run away from oppression. Why would you ally yourself with the party that is oppressive? Because the Democrat Party, as we see it today, is an oppressive party. They're anti-women. They're anti-everything, except you agree with them. Except you agree with their agenda. They will work against you. They want to destroy you. I will leave it here. It will be a separate topic altogether to start talking about African immigrants. I have a lot of them I know that are going the right way. I have received a lot of walk away notice and walk away information from some Nigerian immigrants who have been here for years and have been in touch with the Democrat, and now with all these things happening and with the coronavirus and everything, they finally realized that they were in the wrong party and they walk away. I have some positive stories like that. But we still have so many of them that refuse to see the truth. So I will leave it here, but I want to say, if you're watching this video, I don't know where you are, I don't know where you'll be watching from, but if you're still trying to seek for the truth and make up your mind for this upcoming U.S. presidential election, please seek for information. Make sure you vote for the right candidate, for your vote matters. The U.S. presidential election is not only for the U.S. You're not only voting for the president of the U.S., you're voting for the policies that is going to affect the whole world. Because whoever controls the White House will control the policies that will affect the world. And the number one important thing for everybody living around the world should be freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom. We don't want oppression. We don't want to live in a communist, socialist party. We should be for freedom. If you don't love freedom, I think you're welcome to pack your bag and go to China or North Korea or Venezuela. Are there problems in America? Yes, of course, there is, but it can be fixed. But America is one of the greatest countries, or is the greatest country in the world. It's exceptional, and we have to work to keep it great and to keep America, America. Thank you very much. Share my video if you like it. Subscribe to my channel. Thanks.